Hello, Rise Academy parents, and maybe even a couple Rise Academy students. My name is Mrs. Woodruff, and I have created this video to give you the basic instructions for using the Rise Academy Ascender Parent Portal. So if you remember, for a couple of years there, we used the parent portal provided by Texas Connect. Well, we have switched from Texas Connect to Ascender. So the best way, or the easiest way, in my opinion, to get to the Ascender Parent Portal is, first off, you want to start out in Google Chrome. That is the browser that the Ascender Parent Portal tends to work the best with. And in Google Chrome, I would recommend just typing in www.riseacademy.org or even riseacademy.net. And that's going to bring you to our Rise Academy school page. And right here at the top, you can't miss it, there's the button right here that says Ascender Parent Portal. When you click on that link, it's going to take you to the sign-in page for our parent portal. Now, there are other school districts that use Ascender. This way, it's going to get you right to the Rise Academy page. And if you've used the parent portal before, you're just going to go ahead and log in with your username and password. Your children are already on your account. Yay, life is good. However, if you've never used parent portal before, you're going to need to create an account. So you're going to click this link here where it says create account. Creating your account for the very first time, at least at this point, is 3 easy steps. First off, of course, you got to put in your username. It's got to be at least 6 characters long. You're going to enter your password in twice. Pretty standard when you're creating an online account. However, one thing that's not maybe pretty standard is the fact that your password for Ascender needs to be at least 8 characters long. I've talked to several parents having an issue with this screen, and we're talking about it, we're going through it, and then we realize that their password is just too short. So for this website, you need 8 characters in your password. Also, your password must meet 3 of these criteria here on the side, so please make note of that. After putting in your username and password twice, you're going to enter in an email address. Now, the email address is not optional. You have to put in an email address, and you need to put in an email that is something that you can access. So if you're putting in an email address here that you have no idea how to get into, or you never used it, or you used it 5 years ago, okay, that's not the email address to put in here. And the email is required. Now, the last thing on this page is the phone number. Your phone number is not required. You can put that in if you want to, but you don't have to. Then on the next screen, after you click next, on the next screen, you're going to create your security question. Because we are human and we forget our passwords, one of the first things you're going to do to create your account is to put in a way to remember your password in case you forget it, because it happens. Try to put in a question that you know you're going to remember. And when you type in your answer, it is case sensitive. So make sure you're making note of that. Once you're done with that, you're going to click complete. And so I'm going to show you what you're going to see once you finally have done all of that. I'm going to go ahead and log into my parent portal account. And so when you first created your account, this is what you're going to see when you log in. It's kind of blank or plain. I don't have any students added onto my account. Neither will you if you're starting from scratch. But you're going to see it's almost like a little card here with something that kind of looks like a headshot. And you have 2 buttons here in orange. One says enroll a new student. The other says link an enrolled student. Now, the first button, we're not there yet, at least not this moment in time. We're not using that button yet. You're going to click link an enrolled student. Now, in order for you to add your child or your children to your parent portal account, you need 2 pieces of information. You need your child's parent portal ID and, of course, your child's birthday. Now, the parent portal ID it's going to be a jumble of letters and numbers, might be like capital A, Q, Z, blah, 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 blah. It's real weird mixture of letters and numbers. The parent portal ID, as strange as it is case sensitive. And in order to get that information, you'll either get that from your child's homeroom teacher, or you can get it from the office. Once you've entered in those 2 things, you're going to click add, and your child is going to pop up on your screen here. Now, the kicker is, and I've also had several parents come back and ask me this question, Ms. Woodruff, I've made my account, I put in the portal ID and birthday, I can't see any of my child's information. It won't show me their grades, attendance, anything like that. It doesn't work. Actually, before you can see anything from your child, you have to verify your email address. So basically, when you put that email in at the creating of the password and everything screen, this is why I say put in an email address that you can get into. Because down here, where I have a button that says remove email, you're going to have a button that says verify email. And basically, you're going to need to sign into your email address, and there's going to be a link in there that you're going to follow to verify your email address. It's not going to show you any of your children's information until that step is done. So let's pretend, and so I'm going to jump out of this, and I'm just going to pull up some screenshots here. Let's pretend that you have successfully added your child in. If you've done that, the very first screen that you are going to come to, and actually let me go back a little bit. Very first screen that you're going to see when you add your student in is the summary screen. So basically, your children or child will show up here at the top. You'll click on whichever one or whichever child you want to look at their information. And you have most of your buttons that you're going to use going down the left side of the screen. The first thing that pops up by default, though, is going to be your first child or your first student on your account. And it's going to show up the summary screen. And in that summary screen, you have a list of all of your child's classes, their teachers, and their current averages. And of course, I have this grade out to keep privacy. Okay, now along with the summary screen, you're going to see all of your children's grades right there. Bam, those are those grades. Underneath summary, you have some other options. The option that you're probably going to use the most is going to be the grades tab. And when you click on grades, you have two different ways to look at your child's grades. You can look at cycle and semester grades or assignments. We're going to look at cycle and semester grades first. This is basically just like the summary screen. So the cycle grades, semester grades, it shows you all of your child's classes and all of their averages. Also, like I said, you can look at the individual assignments, and actually you can do that one of two ways. Let's say you're in the cycle grade still. You see the list of your child's grades. You actually can click on the grade itself. So I don't know if your child has like an 87, you can actually click on that number 87 and it's going to pop up all the individual grades for that class. And also it's going to show you how the breakdown of the grade comes to, or how we got that grade. So here it's 30% is weighted for homework, 70% is weighted for tests. And it's also going to show you the individual grades on each of those, and the average will show down here again. So that's one way to see the individual assignments. You also can click on assignments over here under grades on the left side of the screen. And basically you can filter how you want to see the assignments. You can go by the individual course. You can go by the type of assignment. You can go by a certain date range. So maybe you're trying to see if your child was just doing really badly after y'all got back from out of town. You can actually check that. And there are several different ways to check your child's grades. Okay, and then once again, I just went by class. I went by composition, which is just another word for writing. And it's going to show all the writing assignments. Okay, another thing that you can do in Parent Portal, which is very, very easy, is you can set alerts. So also, once again, this is on that left side. It's kind of toward the bottom. You're going to click alerts. And first, you're going to tell the system how you want to be alerted. You can either be alerted with your email, or if you did enter your telephone number when you first created your account, you can be alerted via your telephone number as well. It's totally up to you. And then also on the alert screen, you can tell the system if you want to be alerted and how. So let's say, do you want to be alerted if your child's average in a class drops below a 70? You can type in a 70 right here and say yes. Or do you want to have an alert every time your child gets a grade that's just maybe not so good? So basically, anytime your child gets anything less than a 70, you type in 70 here, bam. Or maybe you want to go above a 70. Maybe you're saying, look, if my baby gets anything less than an 85, I want to know about it. You can type in 85. Or you can type in a 90. Or you could take it down even lower and say 45. It's completely up to you. And you can turn these alerts off as well. I'm sorry. So if you want to turn those alerts off, if you don't want your phone going off or this, that, and the other, I'll just go ahead and check it if I need to, that's fine. Or you can set those alerts however you want to set them. And I think that is an awesome idea and makes your life so much easier as a parent. You don't have to, basically track down your kid and look them in the eye and say, what is your grade in such and such class, or did you fail this today? You'll already know as soon as the teacher puts it in. Then the last page or image that I have here is for attendance. At our school, usually the attendance is something that you're going to know, but just in case you want to double check that, this is also from that menu on the left side. You can pull up your child's attendance. Now, it is going to look a little confusing because the attendance for us is only going to show in second period. And so you might be thinking, well, wait, were they tardy to second class? What? No, well, since we take attendance at 9:16, that's where the attendance pops up. And if you have an unexcused absence, it'll show in red. A tardy is going to show in yellow or gold. If it's an excused absence, that's in green. And if there's something school-related going on, that's going to be an S. 9 times out of 10, we do not use this code, so you're probably not going to see that one that much. But you can also go in here and check your child's attendance as well. Then, if there are any links that the school's posted, it'll be this little anchor here that says links. Right now, we don't have a lot of things in there, so you don't have to worry about checking that, at least not at the moment. And then, of course, if you want to change password, add children, this, that, and the other, you're going to click this little button here in the corner. And I'm going to go back to Chrome to show it in real action. Where you say My Account, which is the screen that we're on right now. That's also where you're going to log out. And then let's say if you did have some alerts set up for a student, you'd have a little bell up here. And if you did have an alert waiting for you that you didn't know about, it would have a number on it. And so basically that in a nutshell is how to use the Ascender Parent Portal. If you have any questions, by all means, there is a really awesome help resource for the website. You just click the little question mark, and it really does a good job of walking you through just about anything you would need to know. There are features of the Parent Portal that we don't use yet. For example, it's going to talk about discipline or immunizations. Okay, we don't use those quite yet. Maybe down the line, but at this moment we don't. But it does have information for that, so don't let that get you confused. But the otherwise, it's really, really great. Also, if you do have issues and you have my contact information, by all means, send me an email, text me, let me know, hey, Ms. Woodruff, I'm having issues. I'll be more than happy to let you know. But that, you guys, is the Ascender Parent Portal.